Hello and welcome to Marketing Principles Online. I'm Russ Wallers in the Department of Marketing in the Miller College of Business, and I'll be teaching this online course during the current semester. My office is in WB 309, and I've shown my contact information here. I know this is an online course, but if you're in the building on campus and you want to stop by, feel free to do so. I'd be glad to talk to you about marketing or the course anytime. I've put together a short video, and the purpose is to cover some course preliminaries. We'll try to tackle three things. We'll discuss our course plan, cover some class ground rules, and explore our class Blackboard site. Before we start, let's talk a little bit about the field of marketing. As you're probably already aware, most any organization we might consider, whether it's a profit-oriented corporation or a not-for-profit, is driven by three functional areas: production and operations, finance, and marketing. Production and operations has to do with making products and services. Finance has to do with making sure that the assets are in place to make sure the firm is viable. And marketing has to do with all the activities ranging from conceiving of product ideas, developing products, to making sure those products are produced and flow through the distribution channels from the point of production until they reach the final consumer or business user. All three of these functional areas are equally important and are synergistically related. And hopefully that'll be one of the objectives that we get out of this course, to show how the interrelationship between these three areas exist. This is obviously a marketing course, so that will be our focus. The Marketing 300 online course is organized on a timeline that will guide us through our 15-week semester. Each weekly learning module consists of several components. There's a video content in each module. There will be some reading material from our text. I've also included some practice quizzes in each module keyed to the text material, and we may have some possible discussion issues and questions that will intersperse throughout the semester. Overall, we'll have 5 exams throughout the term, and at the end of the semester we'll have a comprehensive final exam that will try to tie everything together. Each of the 5 exams throughout the semester are equally spaced and are geared to a selected number of chapters. And I think once you look at the course outline, this should be fairly clear. The text we're using is a textbook entitled Essentials of Marketing, 15th edition, by Peralt, Cannon, and McCarthy. This is a McGraw-Hill text. You can purchase this online at a reduced cost through McGraw-Hill, or you can purchase it at the bookstore. Either way, whichever you prefer. The best deal is to purchase it online if you're agreeable to an electronic text. We will also use Connect, which is an online learning platform that is a McGraw-Hill product, and we'll be using this for taking quizzes and exams throughout the term. Registration instructions for the Connect platform software will be covered later in this video. This course is an online class, obviously, and has the potential to be somewhat impersonal, and that's just the nature of the beast. We'll try to compensate for this by incorporating some discussion board questions from time to time to try to engage course participants. If at any point during the term you have questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate contacting me either by email or phone. I'm accessible, and I will do my best to try to respond to your questions promptly. Comments, concerns, and suggestions are not only welcome but encouraged. In terms of course ground rules, each student is expected to thoroughly familiarize him or herself with the syllabus posted on our course Blackboard site. Assignments for each weekly module are clearly posted on Blackboard under the Course Content menu and within the Schedule link. We will move at a very rigorous pace throughout the semester because we have quite a bit of material to cover. So each person in the class is cautioned to keep current with all assigned activities. Deadlines for assignments in each weekly module are clearly listed and will be strictly enforced in order to keep our pace. Late work will be assigned a 0 grade, and there will be no exceptions to this. The grading policy is outlined in detail on the syllabus on our Blackboard site, and beyond that, I think it goes without saying that responsible behavior is the expectation, and that's also true for academic honesty. We'll go by the Student Conduct Code. So enough said on that. It's very important to thoroughly read the syllabus posted on our course Blackboard site. I cannot emphasize that enough. In terms of a course prerequisite, having successfully completed an Econ prerequisite course with a minimum C grade is mandatory for enrollment in the Marketing 300 class. The two courses that serve as prerequisites would be either Econ 116 or Econ 201. If you have a disability for which some type of accommodation is needed, please make this known to me. Refer to the syllabus and the policy information found in the student handbook. At the risk of belaboring the point, deadlines for each weekly module are prominently listed in both the course content and course schedule material on Blackboard. Understanding and adherence to these deadlines in each learning module is each student's responsibility, so I can't emphasize that enough. Another tip that I strongly recommend that you follow is to avoid procrastinating and waiting until the last minute until you complete your assignments. Try to spread your work throughout the week, and I think you'll find that'll be a better learning experience, and it'll also be much less stressful. So those are pretty much our course ground rules. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop me an email or give me a call and raise any questions you might have. So let's take a close look at our course Blackboard site. By virtue of having registered for the class, you are enrolled in the course Blackboard site, and what you see on the screen at this point is the announcements page, which I believe is the entry point for the Blackboard site. Over in the left margin, top left portion of the screen, you'll see a fairly standard menu structure. We have an announcements link, which you see right here. I've posted a brief welcome announcement to the class. I have a contacts link with some biographical information on myself if you're interested. I've got a nice picture of myself, probably wallet size. If you want to cut that out and put it in your wallet, that's up to you. Pretty nice picture. The next link is our course schedule, and again, you notice as you scroll down through the course schedule, the course is set up on the basis of 15 weekly modules. Just scrolling down here, and under each module you'll see the date for the module and a short recap of some of the assignments within that module, and also a list of deadlines for each weekly module. So there should be no surprises. All the deadlines are laid out well in advance for the whole semester, so you might consider this your to-do list. You can either download and print this if you'd like to, or refer back to this online at any point, because this will be posted on the site. If there are any changes to this as we go along, I'll send out an email and make an alert. And my intent is for there be no surprises as we go along. So that's our schedule. Most of the action that takes place in the course takes place on the link entitled Course Content. I'm going to click the Course Content link, and you'll see again a list of the weekly modules. Module 1, starting this week, August 21st, all the way down through Module 15 in December, toward the end of the semester, followed by the final exam week. So we have a list of each weekly module. I've listed some learning objectives for each module, and within each module, I'll start with Module 1, just to keep it simple. I'm going to open Module 1 by clicking on that folder, Module 1, week of August 21st, and that opens up the inside of that folder, and you'll see an overview of things that you're responsible for that week. You might want to consider this a weekly to-do list. So for instance, in week 1, there are 5 things to do. Watch Module 1 video overview. Second, there's a video clip I've prepared. 3, there's some narrated lecture material. And in parentheses, notice it says supplemental material. And there's a series of narrated lectures produced by the textbook publisher, and these are found on the left menu under supplemental course material, cleverly labeled. Read Chapter 1, and then number 5, take practice quiz for Chapter 1. And the deadline for all the weekly assignments, which are basically the quizzes, are shown here in red. So again, should be no surprises. So at the top of the module, for each week, there's a list of to-do things, and then right below that are links to the various components above. So watch Module 1, there's a link. Watch video clip 1, there's a link. And chapter quiz number 1 is shown below that also with a link. Now, when you take the course, our quizzes and our exams are going to be taken through Connect, which is a McGraw-Hill software package. Every student in the class must register for Connect, and the registration material is very simple. The best way to register for Connect is wait until you reach the first assignment, which is Quiz Chapter 1. When you click this link, it will take you to a registration screen at McGraw-Hill. And in the left menu, I have a Connect registration link, and that also contains some information on how to register for Connect. So it's very simple. So that's Module 1, and let's just go back here, go back to course content. We can scroll down to the second week of class, Module 2, week of August 28th, same thing. Some module learning objectives. If you open Module 2's folder, there's 3 things to do during the second week. Here's a link to a video, and here's a link to the second quiz. So it's very simple to follow. Course content link will always take you back to the weekly module of interest. And for each and every one of these modules, there is a list of learning objectives, same format. I'll look at Module 5, for instance. Some things to do, links to the assignments, and so forth. Let's go back to Module 4. Module 4. Module 4 includes the 5th chapter quiz. By the 4th week, we will have gone through the 5th chapter, and there's a practice quiz for Chapter 5, and then also an exam. The exam covers the first 5 chapters. For each of the chapter quizzes, these are basically 25-question, multiple choice, open book practice quizzes that are designed to help you review the material in the chapter. I strongly recommend that you read the material before you take the quiz, so that's kind of a no-brainer. And you're allowed to take the quiz twice. If you take it the first time and you're not happy with your score and you want to try it again, you're welcome to do that. There's a 5% penalty off the maximum score on the second take, which is explained in the syllabus. So I'd encourage you to study adequately the first time you take the quiz and do the best the first time to avoid having to take them twice. But you can take the exams a second time if you're not happy with your first attempt. So far, I have quizzes and the exam loaded for the first 4 modules, just to give you sort of an idea here. That's basically the format. There's a link here to some useful university links for various types of student services. There's a technology help desk link if you have some technology problems and you need to know who to talk to or call for help. And also, there's a link entitled Study Material website. And if you click that link, that will take you to some additional study materials that relate to a little more advanced version of this text that has some different materials on it, chapter quizzes, practice quizzes. These are not required, they're totally optional, but I put this on just as a matter of providing some additional study material. Everyone always wants to know if there's a study guide. Well, I guess you could consider this a study guide. So that's basically the website, and it's very easy to follow. It's all driven by this menu on the left side. So we'll go back to the top here so you can look at my picture again before we sign off. If you have any questions during the semester, please don't hesitate giving me a yell. And my office, I am the department chairman, and my office is in WB 309, and I'm in quite a bit. So if you're off campus and you don't get a chance to get on campus, that's fine. It's an online course. But if you are on campus and you want to stop by and chat, the welcome mat's out. So I hope you enjoy the class. The course is designed for students that are interested in not only majoring in marketing, but maybe, well, all other business majors for that matter, in that marketing is one of the 3 functional areas of any firm. But hopefully it'll get you interested in marketing as a field of study. So welcome to the class, and hope we have a great semester. The goal is to make it a fun and useful learning experience. Have a great day. Thank you.